All right, so we are about to begin our third round. We have a little bit of a switch of places. So we have Asger out of Denmark playing on your right side. We have seen 2 games already with him. He's been firmly in the top here with 8 points. Also at 8 points, slightly ahead of Asger on strength of schedule, we've got Nilo. And of course, unless you figured it out from the logo at the top of the screen, you're watching the ANR Players Circuit Finals from Nordic Circuit, the NACH Circuit. Nilo is going to be playing Max. He's got a Max deck. He just got the deck list in here. It looks like a fairly fast, but also kind of toolboxy version, I guess. Well, no, it's pretty aggressive, I think. On your left, as we said, we've got Nilo or Reims, or I'm not sure how to pronounce this, I'm sorry, who qualified from the Kupo qualifiers earlier, Kupo in Finland, and he's doing well. Swept both his opponents in the previous 2 rounds, and he's going to be playing NEH, it looked like. Oh, well, no, they switched. They switched. All right, so they both play Max. No, that's completely wrong.
No,
all right, Nilo is playing Max.
Against this IG deck that we've seen.
So it's the IG deck that we've been seeing. So Victor Åberg is back with me here in the booth, and my name is Victor Edström. We are trying to give you some commentary for the games, as well as try to keep up with scores and whatever else is about this broadcast.
These are the only 2 players at 8 points at the moment.
Mm-hmm. They are followed suit by Niklas Ledin and
at 6 points, right?
At 6 points, and also at 6 points is Ulrik Boe, or Bo.
Yeah. So this could be quite the deciding game, depending on how it turns out.
Indeed.
I have to say, Asger's IG has been looking quite unstoppable.
He has been doing all the right things, drawing the right cards in the right order, and taking his opponents to deep waters.
Yep.
At every turn.
It's interesting to see this Max deck. It has been making the rounds in the Swedish meta, especially by the one player who's infamous. It's fun to see it in another player's hands.
Yeah. And I mean, this deck has been around for a bit now.
Yeah.
It's one of the people that like to play fast and aggressive. Then Max obviously is one of the ways to be really quick about it.
She is extremely fast.
So our TO is signaling things to us here, distracting us. Not sure what he wanted there. So we're about to begin at least.
They're shuffling and reshuffling. I think Asger just mulligan.
Looks like. So he's not using any click markers.
He shouldn't have 1 click left, right?
I think, yeah.
Drew installed and installed.
Installed.
All right,
there
we go.
So there we go. And passing turn to Nilo.
So he draws on the first click.
Yeah, he's got the current in his hand, cerebral static, and he's spending 4 clicks. What happened?
I think those were just there because he thought he was running.
Ah, right. So he's not using any click markers.
He shouldn't have 1 click left, right?
I think, yeah.
Drew installed and installed.
Installed.
All right, there we go.
So there we go. And passing turn to Nilo.
There goes the first siphon into the bin.
And he's only running 2 of them. They are quite influence heavy, so it's hard to justify that third influence.
Can be, yeah. Taking credit, liberated.
Just setting up his econ here.
Yep.
All right, so that's not the super fast aggressive thing that we are used to from Max. Do you think he's cautious about that ice?
I think it's just setting up. I mean, Asger's not putting out any threats early, so he can take some time to set up. If he had drawn a siphon, he probably should have used it. Or would have used it, but he didn't. So
no.
That's another start.
Yeah.
And the City Hall is active.
Paid by Mumbai Temple. Clicks it.
Another Mumba maybe?
Could be. There's no reason to bring out the museum yet.
No.
So, turtlebacks maybe? No, another Mumbai.
Another Mumba.
Yeah.
He can't tutor for turtlebacks with that. So.
No. Oh, right. Yeah, no, because it's not...
no, it's only Mumbas and museums as well as the heritage.
Exactly. They have to be alliance cards. All right, so passing turn to Nilo. No?
No, he's one click left, and I'm guessing he's heritaging right here.
Yeah, looks like, because he is searching.
Yep.
So this is obviously one of the many reasons why this deck plays slowly, because you're shuffling and searching your deck constantly, which is slowing down the tempo even more so than just the actual play.
Yeah.
So it is a slow deck.
If you know how to play it, it's not that big of an issue. The time. What I find with these slow decks is what takes time is actually for the runner to make the decisions.
Yeah, because they're constantly in the hard.
Yeah, there's no good decisions.
No. I guess if you're used to playing against this, you might have sort of a game plan and know what your default moves should be.
Yeah.
But...
ooh, he's running Apocalypse.
Yeah, which could be really interesting here.
Yeah. We have to get rid of those hostiles first.
Yeah.
Which is a problem, but he could Apocalypse early.
Yeah.
Before any
Before
hostiles.
then, right? Yeah. Or he could just trash them normally and then Apocalypse.
Yeah. But that has to be on another turn.
Yep.
He does run 2 amped up, which gives him an extra click.
Yep.
Which could be useful.
Could definitely be. And ice protecting service won't be an issue here. He
I don't
will
think so
he
either,
will
no.
be able to trigger the Apocalypse quite easily whenever he likes.
Yeah. Just have to make sure not to die from it.
Exactly. And well, we still don't see. So, Eater.
Yep.
Are we expecting Keyhole here?
I would.
Yeah. Eater. Let's see.
He's running 3 keyholes. Yeah.
All right.
So this is definitely a keyhole deck.
So this used to be one of the answers to the older versions of the IG decks. Do you think Keyhole still is relevant in this matchup?
It all depends on the hostile, because you don't want to take net damage for each keyhole run.
Exactly.
So the hostile is probably the number one priority on this deck. Or it is, because it hinders both Apocalypse and keyhole.
So he needs to prioritize removing the hostiles every
For
time.
sure, yeah.
And in order to actually do that with any reliability, he can't leave museums out either.
Museums can be a problem, but I still think... I mean, if you get rid of the hostiles, you can Apocalypse away the museums.
Yeah, for true. That's for sure.
Here's a problem for the Max player. Max ID ability is one of the strongest in the game.
Definitely, and not being able to do that, it also ruins a lot of how the deck is built. It really upsets the rhythm of the deck.
For sure.
If a lot of runners are hit by not having their ability, like we saw in the previous game, Haley not being able to do her ability. But a lot of her cards and the way the deck is constructed still functions.
Yeah.
Whereas Max is relying on that draw.
Yeah, you do not want to have to draw manually.
No, in a Max deck you can't afford it because of time.
No, And this is not a wild side max deck.
No.
So he's not running
No.
the double draw.
He's relying heavily on the built-in draw, so he needs to get rid of
Ooh,
that.
Asger's happy about that.
Pulled. Well, he got some draw at least.
Yeah, but that's the only Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Yeah.
afford anything else.
No.
And that was from the 2 shocks in Archives.
Yep. So he ran Archives in order, I suppose, in order to just be able to keep it cheap enough to trash the pivotal
Yeah,
assets.
running an unprotected Archives against IG is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want any face down cards there.
Exactly, and you need to check the Archives fairly often in order to make sure that you can afford to trash the key assets once they hit the table.
Yeah, and
All right, so
Let's
this is
see.
the solution.
so Apocalypse maybe?
I would assume.
Yeah.
Now,
So there's only one in the deck and you need that card.
yeah, he needs to keep that card in hand, and he will obviously always risk losing it exactly that way because of how he's going to have to take damage often. But I guess he's got how many deja vus in that deck? He's
running 3.
He's running all 3.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you build a max deck, recursion is one of the things you you have to include. So
He did use an inject there for some draw.
Yeah.
Only seeing one program.
Yeah.
Which was a keyhole, and he already had the keyhole in hand. So
Yeah,
I think he's
that-
seen all 3 now.
Yeah.
Still has one in hand, I think.
and he discarded one there, so there's 2 in the heap. And a bit of shuffling going on as per usual.
I mean, starting to run some keyhole runs right now would not be bad. As long as there's no hostile, you're fairly safe.
So the chat thinks that he should amp up and then SOT. What do you think about that play?
I mean, in a pinch,
I mean, there's no hostiles on the table yet, and you should take that chance. There's a piece of ice there, but he's got Eater, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem.
no.
And he's
It's
got a
probably
bit
a
of money.
hive Apocalypse.
I'd agree with that. I myself haven't been playing the max deck enough to say that for sure, but it feels like the slightly more secure choice.
Yeah. But like I said, if I were Nilo, I would start considering popping down that keyhole.
Of course. I mean, there's no hostiles on the table yet, and you should take that chance. There's a piece of ice there, but he's got Eater, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem.
No.
And he's
It's
got a
probably
bit
a
of money.
hive, so it's going to cost him a lot of money. But
Well-
just finding that one agenda, getting his
Yeah.
ID ability back online.
Exactly, and there's one museum on the table, so he can't really reliably trash things and get rid of them at this point.
No. But it's
Unfortunately.
about finding the agendas fast.
Yeah, definitely is. And of course, he could trash that museum and just start digging to get rid of things like the museum. No, he's
He could, but there's Jacksons.
yeah, that's
and
just too
all,
expensive to
yeah.
get rid of everything. So
And now that he knows there's 2 chocks in Archives,
he'll have to wait till he actually needs to trash something and then discard.
yeah. And he has to make sure that there's an agenda in Archives before he runs there.
Exactly. He'll just have to pay that extra cost.
So,
So
here we're
that's-
going to see the Hive rest, I think. And Hive is not what you want to break with either.
No.
That's 6 credits.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got the money, but that's going to drain.
Yeah, and he has no other multi-access than the actual keyhole, which is 3 card. I guess as far as multi-access goes, it's pretty good. He still hasn't got the keyhole
Wait,
on the
what is he
table.
doing right now?
I think he bounced, and he
Paid
ran.
some credits?
Yeah, and I don't know. He ran the hand instead. But why did he pay credits?
I'm not sure
That
if
was
he
a
actually...
bit
Did he
mis-
break Hive? Because he can't break an access.
No, why did he break Hive? Makes no sense.
Not sure. Might not been there, that, but...
Oh, he's doing the Apocalypse. That's it.
Yeah, of
He needs to
course.
have.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
actually planning to do the apocalypse now. Makes sense.
And,
And then
you just have to
archives.
hope that it doesn't lose it now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
So,
so there's three.
there's
There's a
5
pretty good
cards.
chance he loses.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
there it goes.
There it goes. And I mean, losing at least 2 cards. He knew he was going to lose 2 cards, and a decent shot of something else going in there. Yeah.
That was a risky play, but
It was a risky
might
play.
have been one worth doing.
At this point, yeah, definitely. There's
Getting
3.
rid of that board would have been worth it. Yeah.
Definitely. And I mean, the only risk he was taking was he was betting 5 credits and a couple of cards.
Yeah.
So why not?
Why not?
He can draw back up. He can.
Yeah, but now we have to get that apocalypse back in hand.
Yeah. But there are ways of doing that.
I think the better play is to shift your focus. Forget about the apocalypse.
What was that?
That was the genetics pavilion.
Aha. Yeah.
And there's 3 shocks in archives right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not trashing anything.
No. He seems.
Well, with the museum on board, I think that's what's deterring him. The
Aha. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. They will just be shuffled back
Yeah, but the one of genetics pavilion is part of the kill combo.
in. Mm-hmm.
So getting rid of that would delay the game, probably.
A bit, at least.
So Asger's down to 1 credit,
Yeah.
not counting the 6 on number
Because he
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
need credits for anything really.
table. No, but now he's getting
and he's getting a lot of them back right now.
So diversified portfolio, 1 credit per installed card,
Mhm.
per remote. And there's the genetics pavilion, preventing Nilo from drawing more than 2 cards on his turn.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for him to draw them more than 2 cards.
And that's how GI wins games.
Yep.
IG, sorry.
And it's 5 to trash right now.
Yeah, because there's
And
no
I
upside
might
downs.
consider doing that.
Yeah,
there's-
definitely, because it's, like you said, part of the kill combo. If you can trash it, he has to shuffle it back and draw it back again. How many of those is
There's only 1.
Asger, he's just running the 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Nilo doesn't know that, but
No, but still.
still.
Yeah. He can't leave the winning combo on the table.
That seems like a bad idea.
You have to break down that combo whenever you can.
Yeah, and especially at a moment like this when there's no extra cost involved.
Exactly. He won't get better opportunity for it.
And there's the other part of the combo.
Yeah.
There's
So
only
he's
1.
going to start losing 1 card every turn.
Yeah, and now he's shuffling back the diversified portfolio and tech startup,
Mm-hmm.
leaving only 3 shocks in archives.
He lost the jog there, which is completely.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
There's
completely
no code
fine.
gates in this
He,
deck.
and he he would not install any of that anyway.
Well, there is a
It's-
crick, I suppose.
Well, yeah, of course, but
The crick is usually in archives anyway. So.
yeah, no, yeah, he would not spend 5 credits installing Yogg.
He would
in
not,
this
no.
matchup.
No, he
There's
would not.
no reasonable play in there. So
So-
he's clicking again for what I can only assume would be another museum, or is there any
Yeah,
other?
no. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. He shuffled that back last
Yeah,
round.
yeah, that's right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I think Asker's wisely not icing up archives.
No, why should he?
Because that's actually helpful
Mhm.
to Nilo. If he
Yeah.
can break an ice on the way in,
Yep.
then he doesn't have to access anything.
Exactly. So the fact that he has to access when he runs, well, right now he's not holding the apocalypse anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true.
The only reason he would run archives at this point would be in order to turn upside down cards, and I mean he
And
knows.
for 3 net damage, I don't think he's going to do that.
No.
Not with the Pavilion online.
Exactly. At this point, he has to be so conservative and I'm not really sure what his outs are at this point, because he's not having anything that can help him on the table right now. He needs to start trashing the combo,
Yep.
and I think he's beginning in the wrong end.
Well, that's the most immediate threat,
I guess,
and
but
it's quite cheap.
I guess.
So what I think he's looking for is maybe his same old thing, because he has Levy in the hip,
Yeah.
and he needs basically to restart.
Yeah, he needs the reset. Oh, he could same old thing, the Apocalypse, maybe? No?
He doesn't have the clicks.
No.
Oh, there we go.
The keyhole, yeah?
I like that.
Yep. For sure.
And that tech startup, I'm guessing it's going to be hostile.
Definitely.
So it was a turn too late.
Yep. Now he has got to money up again, trash that, and
Yeah. There's still no extra cost involved.
No.
So basically, he can trash it for 5 creds and a damage.
And here go, we're putting the bio right back in.
But he has no real way to deal with that hive, though.
No. I mean, obviously Eater, but it's very expensive.
Ooh, well, he does. He does run 1 Morningstar.
Oh,
So
but
that could be interesting.
but yeah, if he could get it trashed and then
Retrieval run for it?
retrieval run for it,
For
that would
sure.
be
That would be great.
indeed, that would really cut through those hives.
Quite easily.
Yeah, but seeing how he has no max ability, just getting it into the trash will be problematic enough.
So I think maybe he's trying to delay the game. That's why he trashed the bioethics.
Yep.
Because he's going to have to draw manually.
Yep, he will.
And there's the executive search firm.
Being able to pick up some execs, sysops.
Sysops or characters. So Jackson is a good
Yeah,
choice.
definitely making it so expensive that he can't deal with any of the assets.
Exactly. And just draw into what you need faster, because Asger is in a great position right now to just execute the kill.
Yeah, his deck is running like a clockwork right now. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, almost with inevitability.
And being able to click for that heritage committee every turn.
Yeah.
He's filtering that deck really hard.
Yeah, making it so that even the regular draws are actually good draws.
Yeah. And Cerebral Static just keeps doing work.
Yeah, no, it's completely shut down, the max deck. He has not been able to do much of anything in quite a while.
And he's switching back to the dice for his credits.
Yeah.
It's funny that he uses the credit tokens when he plays runner, but he likes to use the dice as corp.
Yep. Asger does. I think that the D20 is a little bit hard to read sometimes, and it might easily fall over. So I actually prefer 6-sided dice for.
I do as well. I use dice, 6-sided dice.
Yeah.
All the time.
They feel more stable in a way. Or actually, I actually play with credit tokens.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Yeah. So checking remote.
Yeah, that was a misplay.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew what was there, but he ran it anyways.
Yeah.
I think he just got lost.
Yeah, lost track of what's.
Yeah, that's
happening.
what he's looking for. The hostile.
Yeah. So it's rest, obviously.
Yeah, that's a free rest on the hostile.
Seeing how the Mumbai's will refresh anyway when it's his turn.
He's trashing it for 6.
Yeah, well, the way he's trying to lay out his deck here, he kind of has to. That's. I'm not sure I agree with the way he's trying to play it right now.
Well, he is looking to keyhole for the win, and you have to get rid of the hostile to do it.
Yeah. And, well, the combo is back on.
Yep.
And I think. Yeah, it'll take a bit.
Yeah, still only 1.
Yeah.
If you can say that.
Shuffling 2.
And that's some economy gone.
Cards back in. No, yeah. Ruining that econ.
So Asker's basically just gonna heritage every turn
Yeah,
until he finds what he needs.
yeah. And why wouldn't he?
Well, there's no reason not to. I'm just trying to think if Nilo has a way out. Keo is basically it.
He needs to have reliable econ.
Yeah. And to be able to Keo, he needs this Morning Star, which is
Yeah.
such an absurd thing to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, of course it's there. If he pulls the right cards and things happen the best possible way for him,
Yeah.
I guess. But it's a long shot, to say the least.
It is. So there's some shuffling going on here. Heritage again.
What is slightly disheartening here is obviously the fact that it's taking quite a bit. We see with sort of almost an inevitability this IG deck going slowly towards its win conditioning.
Yep.
And all the time where I guess at this point Nilo would rather just concede the game and start playing the next game.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know.
But you're not going to concede in this kind of tournament.
No, you're not. You're not. But
I do think, though, that at least one of those two cards that... Oh, he uses the... I wouldn't do that.
No, yeah, why would you pay for that when it's fairly certain it will trigger eventually for free?
But he did draw the Morning Star.
He did.
Just have to find a way to install it.
Well, yeah, he needs another retrieval run, and he needs to be able to dump it, which can probably happen.
Asger looking for his hostile.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. And that could put the Morning Star in the bin for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Quite likely.
All right,
he can't
so
even afford to
He
steal
can't
it.
score it. He will take the damage, but he can't score it.
That's
So
a
yeah, he was so close to getting rid of that static there. But no,
Nope. Not enough.
not enough.
And he probably should have seen that coming.
Yeah, you shouldn't run HQ without at least 2.
3 cards, 2 credits. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You know they're there. I mean,
Yeah, you know this deck runs Feetles.
yeah, at least 2. Well,
Tech startup.
Yep.
And Heritage, of course, coming back.
yep. So the chat is happy with watching this deck for the 3rd time. Well, of course, like we've been talking about, it plays a little bit like a solitaire, a game of solitaire, and
Yeah, but there's some back and forth. I mean, he keeps poking away at the runner. It's just a different way to win.
yeah, definitely. It just the inactivity in the way it wins compared to a regular kill deck that at least has to gather some money and play Scorched or whatever.
Yeah.
In this case, it is just putting things out there and eventually it wins.
Yeah.
And that I can see how this is extra frustrating.
Oh, he's
obviously.
killing himself.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's conceding.
He's conceding. And I don't think that's wrong, honestly, because he has such a much better chance of winning the next game. This game is kind of lost. And,
It is,
and
yeah.
why would you waste time on this when you might need that time to actually win with your next deck?
Well, I don't know.
I'd rather split than get a timed
Yeah,
win
but
or
he sees
something.
where it's going. I mean,
Yeah.
he knows that he'll either lose in a couple of turns,
Yeah.
or he can take the chance to win. I think you should keep playing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just didn't see how he was going to
No,
take the
me
chance.
neither, of course, but
I didn't see the chance very clearly. I don't disagree
It
with
was
this
slim,
move.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
but there's always a chance.
Of course, there's always a chance. In Netrunner, there's always a chance, but
There is 3 future perfects in there, and those are just
they're
win
just
some side games
sitting
to
there.
win.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. But I feel for Nilo. I do.
Yeah, but Asker's keeps winning.
Mm-hmm.
IG's now 3-0.
Yep, he's
Uh,
performing like a clock.
and the top cap is looking pretty certain.
Yeah, he'll probably make top 4. If Nilo can split this game, he's he's as sure to go into the cut as well.
Yes. This game obviously decides if anyone is guaranteed or not.
Yeah, I'd say Asger is down now. He will make the
Yeah,
cut.
IG seems unstoppable.
Whereas Nilo needs to get a win with his NEH here.
Yeah, and the only runner deck that I've seen that actually has teched against IG is Asker's own wizard deck.
And he's certain not to run into his own deck, so he'll be.
So in a way, it's suboptimal since there's no other IG.
Yeah.
But he seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, he's.
Is it Anna Wizard or Employee Strike?
All right, we've just learned from the TO that all wizard decks is running Employee Strike.
Yeah.
They are running.
But Asger is also running slums. And I've heard a lot of people talk down on slums. I think it has a place. Focusing those bioethics really shuts down. I mean, if you can slums away one or two bioethics, or well, preferably all three, then the win con of IG is gone.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that they have so many ways of getting those bags.
No,
those
but
cards.
slums removes it from the game. That's
Oh,
why
all right, yeah. Sorry, yeah, of course.
that's the thing. So I think slums is it's an okay one of in Wizard, which
guess,
is where
yeah.
Asger is running, especially against IG.
But we don't. It seems that no one else is running it, right?
Not that I've seen, no.
No.
And I know a lot of players at least in the Stockholm meta they are unsure about that card.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
It's highly situational.
It is, but it's a fine card against most matchups, I think, at least in this meta with so many assets. I mean, removing Sandstorms from the game.
Definitely interesting.
removing
Daily
turtle
business
bags,
shows,
daily
turtle
business
bags.
shows, yeah, there's
That-
always assets to get rid of.
Yeah. Of course.
And you can pick and choose which ones you remove from the game.
Oh, that's true.
So we'll see if it has any effect in this game. I mean, of course, it's an obvious install against IG.
Yeah.
If you want to pay those 3 credits against anyone else, that's questionable.
There are, and that's what I mean. It's situational because against most decks there are only a few things that you would consider removing for that price.
Yeah. But like finding Jacksons in centrals and removing them from the game
Of course,
for
that's
free
yeah.
with your 3 wizard credits, that's also
Yep.
quite good.
It doesn't hurt.
It does not. So we're starting to check remotes here. First click. No, he drew first click, so...
And second click, he checks Mumbai, and Mumbai used to res the pad campaign
yep.
before it's trashed.
And he gets the wild side. So the draw engine is unrolling.
It's assembling. Still
Yeah.
needs the pancakes.
Well, the draw is there. It's just he needs that click back.
Yeah. Against NEH, that click can be quite crucial.
It can be, yeah, especially if you want to run and check a lot of remotes. Here we're gonna see some Jackson draw.
Yeah, drew into. Was that a little engine? No?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or was it a toll booth? Could be.
No, it wasn't a tool booth. I
Well.
think it was a little engine.
Yeah.
I like that ice. It's fun.
Yeah, it's great, especially against Faust. It's
Yeah.
super strong.
Yep.
And it's very taxing for David.
Yeah.
Even though they get the 5 credits, it's worth it.
Yep. Sweeps into some money. And
Let's see what he does here.
I didn't see what he drew there.
It's
You-
interesting that Nilo installed the Jackson without using it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if Asger runs there now, I mean, he can pop it for, what, a Mamba and a
And-
Sweet Squeak?
Yeah, that makes no sense. I think, well, a slight tempo hit for him to trash it though.
Yeah, but
Um,
sure, a click, but no credits.
No.
You trash this. Of
Yeah.
course you trash
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no reason not to. Why is he even thinking about that? I wouldn't bother with the pad campaign anyway.
Well, if you have nothing else to trash, I mean,
Yeah,
using
of
those
course.
3 wizard
With-
credits every turn is
Compared
crucial.
to Jackson, there's no question.
No, of course. He made the right choice, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So there's the little engine.
Yep. Gets Nilo down to 4 credits, gets 1 back.
Yep.
But it draws into a Sweet Squeak, so that's good.
Yep. and Turtlebacks.
Turtlebacks is such a good card.
Yeah. When it was released, it didn't see that much play outside of possibly some weird Nisei division decks and such. But now
it's
it's
always
all
popular
around.
in IG, I suppose.
Yeah, well, but IG wasn't
Popular.
released,
No.
and it wasn't released.
Oh, it wasn't, yeah.
No, so well, yeah. Once IG came around, it really started coming into its own.
Yeah.
So yeah, runs the Turtlebacks. Do you trash it?
I would.
Yeah, he's got the money.
I mean, unless he thinks he's going to find something more important in the next remote, but
Yeah, and if he
It's not
does,
worth-
he's got money for it.
there's the employee strike.
Yeah,
So he does use it against NEH.
yeah. But why would you install it last click again?
Well, against NEH, that's safer because they don't run currents,
No, that's true.
most of them.
That's
so-
true. But
But then
still,
again,
it
they
doesn't
have
do
the-
anything last click.
Well, it prevents them from drawing.
Yeah.
It blanks
yeah.
their ID, which
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But on the other hand, NEH are running 2-1s,
Yep.
which is one way to remove currents.
Yep.
So,
Starting to build somewhat of a scoring remote. Was that a Sansan going then there?
I don't know. It was not on agenda, I think.
No, I didn't see any agenda in his hand.
And he does have enough money to score for Sansan.
Yep. Draws a bit.
Using Avid Worse, and there's the pancakes.
Yeah.
That's
That
good.
that will definitely help. Putting out a David, checking the remote.
Yep.
All right, Enigma. Yeah, that's
That's not-
perfect.
That is perfect. At least it was the last click, so it didn't
Yeah.
lose anything.
No.
Or no more clicks than usual.
Yeah.
So, but Asger is down to 7 credits.
Mm-hmm.
I gain 1 with the pad, so if he wants to score off that Sansan, he's going to use everything.
Yeah.
And that's the
For-
time
for-
to trash the pad.
Exactly. Exactly.
He discards an Ivard Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be using those anymore.
No. This is not a kill deck.
So Nilo draws.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a breaking news in hand, which he could have used to get rid of the current. Chose not to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ice in his hand.
Yeah. And he's...
So yeah,
Yeah.
icing R&D against.
That's right. That's correct.
Against
I like that
Wizard
play.
is- Yeah.
I like the play. And if that is indeed a Sansan in the server, he's in no hurry.
No, that's true. And it's looking pretty safe at the moment.
Mhm.
Asger needs his Faust to get in there.
Yeah, and I too wait with scoring the breaking news because
This is cool.
he might want to use it to get rid of the wild side once he's got the Sansan online.
He might.
If you get a Sansan online with the Astra token and whatnot, I'd be happy to use the.
So Asger's running HQ, spending 2 David credit.
Ooh,
Wow, that was nice.
sniping the agenda. So 2
2 to
points.
0. That was definitely worth using 2 David credits and gaining 5 credits.
For sure.
Huh, I didn't even see Nilo had that. He must have
No,
drawn
me
it
neither.
late.
Yeah, he must have drawn into it just now.
And Asger did install slumps there.
Yeah.
So we'll see that trigger.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting.
So
Even with the 1 influence
yeah,
costs.
it's still. I think if you're going the killer route, which people aren't doing that much anymore, this exploders are definitely better. But if you're not server, was that a?
I did not. Might have been the breaking news.
It could be. He's not holding on to it. He's got a. Is that
No.
an NHPD in his
Yeah.
hand? Yeah. He spent some influence on that.
He did, yeah. It's a great agenda in NEH.
It's always been. So
Even with the 1 influence
yeah,
cost.
it's still. I think if you're going the killer route, which people aren't doing that much anymore, the exploders are definitely better. But if you're not going the killer route, the NAPD is just as good.
Yeah, and here we see
if possibly better.
the slumps trigger.
And you
Removing
remove
the team sponsorship.
That's correct.
A great choice.
Yeah, that's the absolutely right choice. No.
Does he have a way to get in there? I don't think so.
I know he's running fast only. That's his only breaker for code gates. Oh well he had
Parasite's a breaker.
Parasite is like a really good breaker actually.
But it doesn't get him in this turn.
No, but it puts a clock on Nilo.
Yeah, but if that is a breaking news, he's gonna
use it anyway.
Trash.
And I think he'll go for the slums maybe. Or what do you think?
Maybe. I think Wildside
is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
But the slums might not be such a bad choice either.
I think Wildside poses the greater threat.
Yeah. For sure.
Especially with the NEH. The only recursion he has is 3 Jacksons, and 1 is in the bin already. So
yeah,
the difference between removing something from the game and trashing it
is kind of academic.
Yeah.
Well, how much of an impact do you think blanking the NEH draw has been to Nilo's game right now?
Well, he doesn't seem to be installing, but
No.
on the other hand, he hasn't drawn into that many assets.
No.
No. But of course, it's an impact.
Yeah.
NEH also has one of the strongest abilities in the game.
It's card draw in a card game is always
it's always good.
A strong thing. Now, I'd say that NEH has had, in a way, the tempo comes from the card draw.
Oh, Asger was running archives there to pump his data sucker to be able to trash the Enigma, and there's the CVS.
Yeah, it just backfired.
CVS in archives is that's the best place for it, I think.
In this kind of match, it's definitely where it belongs. So now the fastest online.
Yep. Now you check that remote, right?
I guess, yeah. Because what could it be? I mean, he's not running. Well, he could, of course, be a. But if it's an Ash, you want to trash it anyway. I don't know why he would be running an Ash down there.
No, there's no Ash.
It's never been really. So what could it be except for an agenda really?
Well,
Jackson, I guess.
It could be another CVS. Oh, that's a Mamba tempo. Interesting.
Really? Why?
So it's a Mamba.
Is that maybe not a Sansan at all?
I'm not sure actually.
It might not be a Sansan.
It could be a Sansan underneath there.
Yeah, I guess.
But
yeah,
that seems strange.
Yeah, that would be really strange actually. So he's got he's holding a Beal in hand and in APD.
Yeah.
No Jackson in sight.
No draw for him.
No.
Asger reminds him.
Yeah.
But here we see some assets.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the second one was, but it was definitely a DBS.
Yeah, the first one was a DBS. No. Asger is looking strong here, I'd say. He needs...
He is, yeah, but NEH has a way to dig themselves out.
You can never count them out completely because they can be that fast.
Basically, you need one agenda scored.
Yeah.
And then you're rolling.
Yep. So trashing team sponsorships.
Yeah, removing it from the game. Team sponsorships is a good target for trashing.
Definitely. Leaving the DBS.
Yeah. He's only at 7 credits.
No, he's got the Mumbai, so he can rest it.
No, but Asger is only at so he doesn't want to trash it.
Asger is Asger is a little bit short. There, he'll take care of it later.
That means that if that is a Sansan under there, Nilo will be able to draw 2 cards and choose which one.
Yep.
So if he draws into an Astro or...
He'll be right back. So
meaning he'll have an Astro and a Beal. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, he's also got that an APD in hand.
Yep.
So that could do it for him. Now, Asger is doing the right thing, securing some term money. He needs to have the
I think
credits.
that was a misplay.
You think?
I think he used the Mamba credits to rest that wraparound.
Oh, all
and
right.
then he refreshed them to rest the daily business show.
That could
Could be that he
Could
ran
be.
the wraparound last turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wraparound was last time, wasn't it? I
Could
think
be,
so.
could be.
I think it was last time, so I think it's all right. Because they were flipped, and he turned them.
Yeah, that was the problem. He flipped them to rest the wraparound.
Yeah.
Then he flipped them back to rest the DBS, and then he flipped them back yet again to refresh them at the beginning of his turn.
All right. Yeah, that could be. But I do think the wraparound rest was a long turn, though. Asger was taking his time that turn, so I might be mistaken. So, getting some more credits.
He is getting quite flooded. He's got 3 agendas in hand.
Yeah, this is.
But he did draw into a Sansan.
Yeah, that's a Sansan.
That has to hit the table, right?
Mm-hmm, it does. You put it in the. Do you even put it in the
I put it
remote
in.
with the
Well,
Enigma?
the Enigma is going to die.
Exactly. It's
So that's
wasted
not-
from next turn.
yeah, that's not
Maybe
an
build a
issue.
new one. He is holding some piece of ice. I couldn't really make out what. Maybe a toll booth.
Yeah, that's not going to help. It's too
Not
expensive.
much. Not much. So he is installing over the
Yeah, you would.
Enigma.
I mean, it's going to get trashed anyways.
Yeah. And he likes that server apparently.
Yeah. We still don't know if that's a Sansan, but we think so, right?
That's the thing yeah, I thought I saw a Sansan hit the table
Yeah.
quite a long time ago.
So what he could do is he could use those 2 Mamba credits to rest it before he installs the agenda, so to save
Yeah.
2 credits at least.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a play. But
But now
if this
Asger's
is
gonna
a
check.
toll booth, no, it was a wraparound. All right.
Oh, okay, but he has to use the last David token at least.
Yeah.
And I think he will.
Yeah, I would. And
No, he breaks it with
Oh,
fouls.
he jacks out and does and no, he
No,
knifed
okay,
it. He
no,
knifed it.
okay,
He
yeah,
knifed
he
it.
knifed it,
So
of course he did.
he jacked out or bounced really, and
Yeah.
then he came back with the knife.
Oh, it's a CBS, I
it's a
think.
CBS. It's been there for a long time.
Okay, he trashes the CVS normally, and then he removes Mamba from the game.
Yeah.
That's strength with slums. It's not the first asset you
No.
trash. It's
It's
the A.
A access. All right, so that's setting Nilo back even further. He's still holding on to that.
Yeah, he's got enough
Sansan.
credits.
Yeah, and he's holding on to
But
Sansan.
he has to make that Sansan stick on the board for 1 turn.
For sure. And he needs to draw into
And now that
some sort of ice.
now that Asger is down to he depleted his David. Nilo has ice that can stop him.
Yep, he does. And
Okay,
he's
well,
trying
this
to
is
find
good.
it.
Yeah,
That
well,
was-
at least now we can get rid of some agendas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a breaking news. I guess he didn't have a breaking news, or maybe he did.
Well, he did. I think he ditched it and shuffled it with Jackson. No, he's not removed.
No,
then.
this is the first
Yeah.
Jackson that's been used.
We might have just thought we saw one.
And he protects that one.
Yeah.
But he didn't overdraw.
But that was an archangle, no?
Yep,
Yeah. So it's flimsy protection.
it is, but it's quite annoying to deal with the Faust. It's 3 cards.
Yeah.
Or a trace, if you're feeling cocky. But he does have
Depending on the
he does have
situation.
spoon in hand.
He does.
But it's still, he's probably gonna have to break it. He can't bounce on that because he's gonna
No, it'll
gonna
trigger.
lose the Faust
Yeah,
or the
it'll
white
trigger.
side or whatever.
It would trigger. Now you have to deal with it.
But at least he can break or destroy it next turn with the spoon if he keeps it.
Yep.
And Asger is running, let's see,
So he's breaking with Faust, Mimic, and
Film
Critic.
Yeah. Yeah, like we said
Did
last.
he take Film Critic back to hand here? No, he's
No,
using
he's
it.
just-
Yeah.
He's running 1 clone chip only. That's his way to refresh David, for
David.
example.
Yeah.
He's running 2 Davids, of course. But
So you can bounce them off of each other.
Nilo deciding to use Jackson here.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he has to bring that out Jackson back, of course.
Yeah. And he'll bring back
A wraparound and a sweep sweep.
and sweep sweep.
And
Yeah,
getting
the wraparound is looking good here.
very.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
And-
he can outlast the Davids, then wraparound is going to be super difficult
Yeah.
to do. But
And that wraparound on R&D has been doing some lifting
it has.
already. So it's definitely in this matchup. It could be the way out for him.
Yeah.
So we
there
see
the
the-
DBS removes on the game.
Which
So-
I mean, eventually you can't leave it online.
No, you can't. Of course not. Letting NEH draw into what they need, that's dangerous.
Yeah. It's just unthinkable.
So what do you think Nilo is looking for here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, because of course he needs more money if he wants it. So a wraparound, of course, could be good for him.
Could be.
And start establishing a remote with.
There we go. The Sansan's on the table.
The Sansan's on the table. This is what his long-term play is, but he needs a little bit more econ, I think,
Yeah.
and he needs to get obviously an Astro scored.
And Asger scored is worth any amount of money.
Yeah.
The problem is he doesn't have any.
No,
I think he has
no,
3
hasn't.
agendas in hand, but no Astro. So
I think that's one breaking news, one Beal, and one NAPD.
yeah.
So those are
I guess
maybe
it's-
the worst possible agendas for him to hold on to.
I mean,
He can't really score
I'm
the.
guessing he's contemplating if it's worth scoring the Beal off the Sansan.
But it's not, unless he's got a lot
Well,
more
he has to
credits.
score sometime. I mean, he has to get him out of his hand.
Yeah, he had his shot when he was when the Jackson was on the table. I think I would have ditched it. At least one of them, I would have ditched. Possibly
yeah,
the
I would have
NAPD.
overdrawn.
Yeah, I would have ditched at least the NAPD at that point. So that's an assassin, right?
That's nice. That's a nice call.
Yeah.
So 2 really annoying ice to deal with.
Yeah.
For Faust.
Yeah, and an assassin will tax the David tokens,
Yeah.
making the wraparounds look even better.
Yes, there are no David tokens, and if you see the board right now, all the ice rest is above 5 strength.
Yeah,
So all the ice on the board is taxing either David tokens or a
lot of fast cards. Yeah. So is Asger, is he running Levy, right? He's got one.
Yeah,
I
there's a
think he's
Levy in
got
the
one.
heap, I think.
I think he has one and one. We talked about that, and he's already got a same old
Yeah,
thing on
same
the
thing is
table.
on the table, and the Levy is in the heap, I think.
Yeah, so
But what he isn't running is Corroder, so those
Yeah.
wraparounds are always going to be strength 7.
yeah, yeah. You can't toolbox too much either. You have to slim. You have to sort of aim your deck
Yeah.
in some direction. You can't have a little bit of everything, because that just won't win you anything.
But I think running a Faust deck without... I mean, David, fine.
Yeah.
This is an extreme scenario where all the ice are taxing David tokens.
Yeah.
But a 1 of Corroder isn't bad.
It's never really bad, but it's always that what is you that you take out then.
Yeah. Slumps?
I guess that's the call a lot of people are making.
And he's taking the damage here.
Yep.
Just paying off the trash program trace,
Yep.
which I don't think Nilo boosted at all.
No. Well, didn't he have a 5er before? No.
I used it to rest.
No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's where it went. You're right. Huh. Yeah.
And
Then he jacks out, right?
No, he's breaking Archangel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he ran through the...
And knifed it. No?
No, he spooned it. Oh, that was a
spooned
spoon
it.
run.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
the
this has to
Sansan,
go.
and it has to be
and this
taken
is going to
offline.
be removed from the game. So that's...
Definitely.
I mean, Slumps is doing work.
Slums have definitely been doing work. Of course, we're 1 Jackson down already, so like you said, it's kind of academic. It's there's not a whole lot of recursion in the deck.
No,
and at
but
this
with
point,
well, 2 team sponsorships as well. I think
Exactly.
those are key because
Otherwise there would be recursion.
Yeah, that is the recursion that this deck runs.
Yeah, and removing those would be enough. Even if you only trash them, I think.
Yeah, of course.
And especially the way it looks for Nilo right now, where he would probably want to ditch some agendas.
Yeah, I think he's looking to do that.
Yeah,
or-
the next Jackson he draws into, he can't really use it to recur cards he'd like.
No, he has to ditch agendas.
Yeah, he needs to
Well, on
shape
the
up his
other
hand.
hand, they're pretty safe in HQ, I guess.
Yeah.
Asker's having a hard time getting through there.
Well, but if he's...
I do think
Yeah,
we're going to see a
yeah.
levy coming up here.
Yeah.
And
What was
there's
that? He installed it behind the assassin? I didn't pay attention.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
I don't think it's going to fake out agendas, though.
I would definitely consider just installing the bill. And behind that assassin and just
Yeah.
see what
But the
happens.
assassin is getting forked.
Yeah. That was it.
Oh.
Third. It's a bit team sponsorship.
No team sponsorships.
Yeah, they're all gone.
And they're not coming back.
No, they're not. That's disheartening. Losing both the assassin and the last team
Yeah,
sponsorship.
that was some really nasty cutlery runs.
Yep. And
Okay, so he's going to score that.
yeah, why not get it out of hand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
And-
get rid of that.
Yeah, get some draw online.
I probably would have done that sooner.
Yeah, most likely me too. The only reason to hold on to it like that would be to also be able to trash the wild side with
Yeah.
it, and at some point you just have to give up on that, I think, and do whatever is going to do.
Oh, this is...
Yeah,
That's going to take some time.
yeah, but still it'll
It'll work, sure.
and it will save you some cards whenever you use your fast to break it, even though, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's probably the best target at the
Exactly, it's not wrong.
moment. But he's got nowhere to go to gather up sucker tokens.
Nope.
So
No.
it's just going to be a slow rolling parasite.
Yeah.
But he did get the clone chip on the board. So I'm guessing it's going to get at least one use out of that David.
Yeah.
One more use before the levy.
Yep.
His Asker's deck is looking thin. So the levy is probably
It
in
should
his
be.
mind.
It should be. Definitely something he considers the next few turns.
So Nilo keeps installing behind ice. I'm not sure what he's looking for. For a break, I suppose.
I
But
guess.
he's not going to get one.
Asger is relentless here.
Okay, so we could either clone chip back to David. Use 3 cards. Yeah, he clone chips it back.
Yeah. That's his way in.
Why not? Now he has
Yeah.
a way into HQ again.
Yeah. Although
is
it's
that a
quite
Jackson?
expensive.
Yeah.
That's-
So 2 Jacksons down.
Yep. But he did not ditch any agendas again.
Nope. He's got them all in hand. So running against HQ now.
Yeah.
See if Asger can make that call.
And what is he going to sweep? Yeah, I
Sweeps an
guess.
Archangel.
Yeah, no,
more
that's.
ice.
I guess, yeah,
I wouldn't mind shuffling back even more ice. That assassin looked good.
yeah, it did, but it's really expensive.
It is, but it's hard to deal with. And an Archangel, worst case scenario, as a runner, you can just run through it.
Yeah, definitely. If it's the winning agenda, there's no question.
Yeah. It does stop medium runs, of course.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
we haven't seen any
the
of
R&D
that yet.
pressure right now is not really there.
No, the wraparound is going to be strong there for quite a while.
Yeah, and he
longer.
has another ice there. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but
No, I don't think he needs to mind R&D right now. He needs to get some sort of win.
yeah, Nilo needs to find some way to make him Sandstand stick on the
Yeah,
table.
yeah, and
And what Asker's doing is great. He's just
he's keeping.
He keep checking.
Yeah, and he's just controlling the board. He's not really doing anything
No, he's
except
not in a rush to do
no.
anything.
He's ahead on points, so he can just keep Nilo without
Keep
a
removing
window.
Nilo's deck from the game.
Exactly, slowly but surely.
So getting rid of another Sansan or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens here. It's a DBS.
yeah.
Gone
right,
from the game.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, no, this is the right way because even a timed win, Asger doesn't need
No.
to take this.
I don't even think this is gonna amount to a timed win. I just think he's biding his time. He knows agendas are amassing in HQ.
And then a massive HQ run, but
Well,
he doesn't have any
He
multi-access.
doesn't have any multi-access, no.
So
But
he
still,
can't. He. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's control the board and make Nilo make mistakes. Nilo will eventually lose if he doesn't try to play something.
and he will get desperate.
he will.
He has to score agendas.
Yeah. So once that happens, he's already checking every card that hits the
Yeah.
board, and that's
That's what you
correct.
need to do.
Yeah, that's correct. Nilo can't win unless he gets something on the board. He doesn't run any
No biotic.
biotics.
No.
So he doesn't have any other ways. He can score the other breaking news and get a tie.
Yeah.
That's
But that's no way to play.
that is certainly no way to play. I can't fathom Nilo even thinking about that.
No. So that's
So-
the Sansan down
Wasn't
again.
it? Yeah, that's another Sansan. And he's got 2 of them, or does he actually run 3 of them?
I do believe he runs 3. If he only runs 2, no, he runs 3.
Yeah.
But one is removed from the game. But I still don't think he has an Astro in hand. So
No,
that Sansan,
no.
best case scenario, is gonna turn up to be a beat score,
Yeah.
which will put him in the lead.
Yeah. And would actually increase the pressure on Asger.
Yeah.
Even though if Asger is counting the points a little bit here, he knows he's fairly certain to make the cut even in a split scenario here.
So that's
That's the
another
second
Sansan gone.
Sansan down, and
And that's the only, like we said, there's no biotic, no,
No.
other tricks.
No.
Sansan's is the fast advance.
yeah,
So Nilo is going to get desperate. He's going to have to try to sneak agendas out, and that's just not going to work
no,
because Asger keeps checking everything.
everything. So we have two wraparounds on R&D, and they are going to seal that R&D fairly.
Yeah, but
Securely.
I think we're looking at a levy pretty soon. I think Asker's looking to empty those liberated first, so they can
Yeah, so they will be shuffled back.
shuffle back.
Yeah, and that's correct. Time is not working against Asger in this game.
Not at all.
So-
No, this game
so-
just keeps getting worse for Nilo.
Yeah, so he would make a mistake if he rushed anything at this point.
So what's happening here?
He is breaking with Faust,
And
and
David. Okay, saves
David.
one token. Oh, that's a beal.
that's a Beal.
So 4-1 now. And really, what Asger needs to do is just poke HQ a couple of times. He has to suspect agendas in HQ.
He has to.
There's been no agendas in archives all game long. And yeah.
No, he can actually win this the old-fashioned way now.
So I'm
That
seeing,
R&D is looking really thin now as well.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really have the resources to go medium digging.
No,
But just
no, and he doesn't have to because so much of the deck has been removed, and there have been no agendas shuffled back with
Jackson, no.
With Jackson, so he has to suspect that they have been building up in the hand.
And he did top deck 3 beals last game. Or
Yeah.
2 beals.
Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
So-
No, I'd just wait this one out. I wouldn't run the centrals at this point. I'd just wait
I'd
for
probably
Nilo.
poke HQ if I thought I had the... if I could reset David. Okay, it's levy time.
Yeah, it is. he didn't even finish the last
No,
liberated.
that's fine. He's got 2 more.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Everyone to his own taste, but I would go for the secure win at this point. If I were Asger, I wouldn't rush anything. So that's 15 minutes.
Yep, Nilo's getting some points, so 2-4 now.
Yeah, but those points won't.
No, it's
They're
basically
a bit flimsy.
it's basically the only thing he can do right now to get points. It would be interesting to see if he could get the final Sansan down behind those 2 eyes, because I think that's. Well,
Does he have the final Sansan in hand? I haven't
I
seen
don't
him
think
draw
so,
it.
no.
I haven't
I
seen
think
him
he's
draw
still
it.
waiting for that one.
Yeah, he might actually deck himself.
He might.
That looks like something. What could that be? 5-10 cards? No more.
Yeah, 10 cards, something like that.
Yeah.
And he did finally toss some cards down, face down in archives.
Yep.
And I'm guessing at least one of those was on agenda.
And he
No,
has
he's
no
have-
jack. No,
He's
they're in
sitting on
hand.
5 agendas in hand.
They're in hand. And
Or
he
at
has.
least 4.
Is that a? It looks like he's got an Astra in hand, right? I think
Well, it wouldn't be surprising.
it should be. Yeah. I see at
If I were
least
Asger,
2
I would just
Beals.
find a way into HQ. Just do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You get 5 sucker tokens.
Yeah.
No, that's Parasite. So 2
He's
sucker
got
tokens.
2 sucker tokens. He's got
Okay.
no David tokens.
But it's got the
He's only
clone ship
got the-
down, so soon it'll be able to install over that David.
Yeah.
Turntable's not gonna do anything.
No, it's meaningless actually.
In case he really wants to slow this game down and trade 2 for 1.
Yeah. So that's the last Jackson.
Aye.
And
Okay, another
All right.
breaking news. So
yeah,
it's 3-4.
well,
Getting closer, I guess.
I think not. Too little, too late. Is
Do you
my
think Asger has any fear of 24/7 news cycle scores?
No, I don't. We've seen only a little bit of influence at this point.
That's the only reason I could think of that he would install that turntable
Yeah,
to steal that breaking news away.
that's true.
But
But
seeing these the influence band of Turtlebacks
Yeah.
and Team Sponsor, you know this deck.
no, yeah, it doesn't run. Nothing that he's seen has comboed the least with
No, there's no
with
tagging
the
ice,
Scorch. I've seen no
nothing.
tagging ice or tagging events. Nothing.
And now we have a completely clear R&D.
Yeah.
Pads are not gonna get removed from the game.
No. No, that
Saving
makes.
that slumps trigger for something more important.
Yeah, definitely. And that is an
That's-
agenda,
oh,
and that's he's going to win with 15 minutes.
What? No.
No?
No. He's only at 6. So it's 6-3.
But he can steal the 15 minutes, right?
No. You can trade an Astro for 15 minutes, but that's not good.
No, it's not.
Checks our archives. No
Yeah.
agendas. No, he kept it all in hand.
Yeah. That they're all in his hand. So that was the last agenda probably in R&D. No, what was that? Was that? I can't make out what it was.
So his Nilo's just tossing down all the agendas.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's conceding yet again.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, very well played by Asger.
Yeah, Asger controlled this game from beginning to end. He had a grip on the deck. Obviously, you can never count out NEH because, like we've talked about, they
All
can
you need is a Sansan.
they can always
That
get
sticks.
back on. Yeah, if they just draw the right cards.
Ooh, he did have Biotic,
He did. That's
but he didn't
that
go
was
into
yeah.
it, I guess.
It was at the bottom of his deck. Well,
Yeah, 1 Biotic Labor he runs. I think that's a great call.
Yeah.
It's too bad he didn't find it.
yeah. No, but what we've seen from Asger now in these games is that he has a very controlling game.
Yeah.
Gameplay. He plays both of his decks in that calm, no rush
It's extremely thought out.
Yeah,
He knows
and
what he's doing. He knows what he's
keeping the
do.
grip on the board state, on his opponent, frustrating his opponent to the max, really.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we can see that in these games for sure.
Yeah,
Nilo
and-
just giving up hope.
exactly, and I think this is Asger's strength, that he can stay calm, stay methodical, and keep rather than taking chances, he's removing chances from his opponent.
Yeah, and he knows what his decks are about,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not gonna bother with the opponent. Just do his thing and win the game.
Yeah, for sure. So that was round 3. We have one more round of Swiss. It's looking like Asger is very certain to move on to.
It would be
to
surprising
there.
if we don't see
I
anymore.
I can't see any way that
Undefeated
he's
so
not-
far?
undefeated. He's at 12 points. Nilo obviously still has a good shot at
for
making
sure.
the cut. He's at 8 points. We have not gotten any of the results from the previous rounds, but we will get back with results as soon as we have them, at least in the chat. We're looking at what other ways we could do that.
Yeah.
So we will be back shortly.
For round 4.
Until then.
See ya.